Hello, I'm Harold Metzel, founder of 10 Talent Stewardship, where we show you how to put planned giving into action in your church. I want to ask you a question. Who in the church do you most appreciate? I mean, among those that you pastor, who comes to mind? Think about it. Da, 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 da. All right, time's up. I'm convinced that there's no question about that. It's always those who are most faithful, those who truly try to follow Jesus. They're faithful in attendance, in serving others, in giving, and so on. It's when people spurn any effort to change that makes us feel bad. They come to church when it's convenient, almost never volunteer to help, and give only when and what they feel they can afford. It's pretty hard to build on that kind of foundation. As you're probably aware, the church is typically financed by the 20% of the faithful members. And it's not because they have more, but because they're faithful. They get it. It's not just about what they can afford, but rather giving as an expression of their worship. And you can boost that 20% statistic. Others have, and it's really not all that hard. I'm convinced that the church today is experiencing a renewal regarding stewardship, an understanding that God is the owner of everything, and that stewardship is not so much about giving as it is learning to manage well all that God gives to us. Now, many churches offer classes to provide biblical education of how to handle money. But how many, what percentage of the church attend those classes? I'm afraid often it's just a tiny percentage. You can increase that number and demonstrate its importance in a very simple way. You can invite people the way Jesus did. Ask them to follow you. First, select a class you consider foundational, and then attend, along with your spouse, as students. Don't lead it. You'll gain fresh knowledge as well as new relationships. And when you participate, you're sending a dual message. First, that this class is important, and second, you show that you aren't so advanced that you no longer need to learn more, which removes any stigma people might assign to enrolling in a class about finances. Then ask others in leadership to do the same. Once again, you're saying, follow me. Recruit volunteers from your leadership team, and not just staff, but also board members, elders, deacons, teachers. You see, when those who are considered more mature also enroll in classes, it fortifies the message that these classes are essential, not just for the needy few, but for all of us. And each of these leaders then acquire a new personal testimony. Here's what this class did for us. So the next time enrollment comes around, you'll have a champion or two to extol its value. The main obstacle in attending any classes is usually a busy schedule. How in the world are you going to find time to attend another class? I'm sure your calendar is crammed full with hardly a moment to spare. But isn't that the same reason many of the people in the congregation don't attend? We're all busy, so it's a matter of determining how important this really is. And when it's crucial enough for you to find time, that message gets picked up. What if each leader committed to enroll in just one class in a whole year? Just one. In a short time, you'll have a group of graduates, leaders who can testify and encourage others to enroll. But remember, you first. Select a class right now. Get it on your calendar, because follow me, after all, is a pretty solid way to lead.